So we counted squares and then counted partial squares as half squares to get an estimate. Oh man, I got the hiccups. To get that, we think the area we want is about 56.5 squares. We then multiplied and got the area of each square. It is 50. We multiply those and get the area of the region we care about is whatever 50 times 56.5, excuse me, is. It's 22,825. Oh. 2,825, I think. Yeah. Oh, this is really bad. It's about 2825. The area, the integral is 2825 this. One question we have is units. We haven't talked about the units. When we do dy dx, the units are always y units per x unit. Which we would write as y units over x units. Right. For an integral, of f of x dx, so like the I thought it was gone. The fact that this looks like a fraction is being a mnemonic to remind us it's y's divided by x's. This thing looks like multiplication and is being a mnemonic in the same way. The units on this are y units times x units. The area thing makes sense. If these were inches and these were inches, then they would be square inches. Inches times inches are square inches. The more common thing, though, is that it'll be... The more common thing is what was going on in the fly example, where we were computing the integral of v of t dt. V was measured. V was a rate of change, remember. The most common thing to integrate is a rate of change to turn it into a total change. V was here measured in feet per second. And dt was being measured in seconds. So we had feet per second times seconds. The seconds cancel and you wound up with feet. The usual thing an integral does is it's a derivative, takes units and turns them into a rate of change. The integral takes that rate of change and turns it back into units. So if y was in people per year, then integrating people per year with respect to a variable measured in years will turn those people per year back into people. Okay, that's enough for... So I'm going to post these lecture notes after the due date for the exam. Homework, it's called Homework 2B. I think Exam 2B is going to cover a little bit more than this, but we've now covered the version of the homework that I'm going to post when I post this later. I will post another version that has a few more problems once I figure out what those more problems are, but this is enough to get you started. I'm thinking the next exam should be about 2 weeks after the last exam. I'm interested in what your thoughts on when we should have the final. If it's going to be a take-home, then it's going to be not like there's a time that we're supposed to have the final that's 3 hours long. I don't want to give you only 3 hours, and I feel like it's dumb to make the 36 hours I give you overlap with other finals. I was thinking of doing our final exam the same 36 hours, Friday noon to Saturday midnight, and make that happen the week before finals week, so that you're not overlapping with your other finals in case you have other finals that are happening at the time. That would mean having the final a little bit earlier than it is scheduled for. If that's a problem, please let me know sooner rather than later. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. More lectures coming.